I just have to say while you're standing, all told, I've lived in Sioux Falls for 27 years, and it's the greatest place in the world to live, thanks partially, at least, to the people who have been responsible for its government. Thank you. And the bike trail. Nothing compares to it. Heavenly Father, we thank you for those who founded this city and for those who over the years have watched over it and have taken care of it. Tonight we pray especially for our city council as well as our police and our firemen and the county commissioners and others who are responsible for this community. Thank you for the progressive spirit which has prevailed throughout the years, making this such a great place. We are all aware that we have all drunk from wells we did not dig and warmed ourselves by fires we did not build. And so, in a spirit of gratitude, we come to you asking for your blessing upon this place and these people. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's get started here tonight. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I so move. Knutson.
Knutson moves. There a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve the consent agenda? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmember Litz,
Yes.
Stagers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benega,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Consent agenda has been approved 8-0. Now, is there a motion to approve the regular agenda?
So moved, Litz.
Litz moves. There a second?
Second, Benninger.
Benega seconded. Further motion?
Mr. Mayor, move to amend the regular agenda by moving items 47, 48, and 52 before item 17.
47, 48, and 52 before item 17.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
So Costello seconded that motion. Further comments on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz,
Yes.
Stagers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benega,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
That motion has been approved 8-0. Any other motions? Back to the main motion as amended. All in favor of that main motion as amended, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz,
Yes.
Stagers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benega,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present voted. The regular agenda has been approved 8-0 as amended. This is a time we set aside now for anyone that wishes to address the council for a period of 5 minutes. We just ask that you give your name and your address. And if you wish to address the council, come forward at this time. Okay, come forward. Give your name and address, please.
My name is Paul Eliason. I'm a supervisor of the Split Rock Township. I believe you all have a letter in front of you that our lawyer drew up. Did you need my address?
If you would, please, Paul.
3100 South Joyce Drive.
Thank you.
I guess the letter pretty much says what we want to say. We've had some problems in the past with Sioux Falls annexations into our township. Mostly it's been with the maintenance of the roads, and they take them over and don't tell us they're taking them over, or they annex them and don't tell us they're annexing them. We have problems with our insurance if we go into somebody else's roads and maintain them and we have an accident or a liability. And that's one reason why we need to have some type of a smoother transition for these annexations, rather than all of a sudden you're there doing work and we had no idea you were coming. And it's also, we'd kind of like to have some type of ordinance or a rule and regulation of some sort telling the people around the annexations that now live there that you're going to do this. Again, most of them are pretty surprised when it happens, and if it was a zoning regulation as far as building a building or other things like that, there has to be public notification, signs posted and everything else, and we'd like to have something on that order. We'd like to have the city council or the city government police themselves in this respect, rather than have to go to some other type of ordinance on our own or something like that. When you take the land out of our tax base, obviously we lose that tax base and we don't have the money to continue to maintain the roads. And it's happened on a couple occasions. We've had the street department or people that do the maintenance for the city approach us and say they're going to come to our meetings and never show. And then we talk to them on the phone and they say, well, we'd like to trade this for that and that for this. And I guess when it comes down to taking the tax base, the road is yours. It's your responsibility, and there's no trade there. I guess that's pretty much what I had to say. If there are any questions, would you like to ask me?
If not, thank you. Mike, do you want to address that for Paul? We'll have Mike Cooper from Director of Planning come up, if you don't mind. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Mike Cooper, Planning and Building Services. Our department is responsible for the annexation petitions, and first of all, remember that by state law, those are all based on request by the property owner that we bring to you. There is a provision where the city can initiate an annexation process, but the ones that we bring to you are generally done by request of the property owners. There isn't any notification process identified by state law or by city ordinance. But now that we have been made aware of some concerns by specifically Split Rock Township, we are talking internally about improving our process for notifying school districts, township boards, sanitary districts, rural water systems, private utility companies. When an annexation petition comes in, and then when an annexation petition has been acted on by the city council and it gets forwarded to either of the counties, that there would also be a notification process so that any public right-of-ways that are impacted by that annexation would be clear that it is now the responsibility of the city unless there's some other specific agreement that we've worked together on. So we are working on internally trying to improve our notification process, our coordination process with not only the township boards, with other entities that are impacted by the expansion of our city boundaries.
Thank you, Mike. Others that wish to address the council for a period of 5 minutes, name and address, please.
My name is Bonnie Duffy. I live at 2300 South River Bluff Road. I am also a supervisor for Split Rock Township. As being a supervisor, I've only been there about a year, but I have some initial concerns about our maintenance of our roads. River Bluff Road is like a curtain to your new East Arrowhead Park, which was bequeathed to the city by Dale and the late Dorothy Weir. That was done about 1999. At that time, Mike Cooper did have a couple meetings with the residents in that particular area indicating that they were going to maintain the roads and take care of whatever our concerns were. Our main concern was the intense possible with all the additional people out at the park. Now, as becoming a supervisor, I've found that between the city and the township, we really don't know whose responsibility it is to maintain that road. Part of the time, the city takes care of it, and part of the time, the township takes care of it. And I think that's a huge liability for either source. And I think there needs to be, not only with River Bluff, but any other roads that need to be maintained, especially within our township, that we need some sort of a written agreement of who's responsible for what. So if there is any liability, you know who to go to. And we aren't questioning about who's maintaining this road and why did this happen and who didn't put up that sign when they were supposed to, like some of the calls I've gotten, along with some of the things that the
And we're willing to compromise. We just want to make sure that things are done in the proper manner, and it's been more conflicting about who the responsibilities are. And I'm not saying that the city hasn't been responsible, I'm just saying that nobody is really confident about who's supposed to be doing what. And if we could sit down, maybe that's what actually needs to be done. Sit down and look at our responsibilities and say, okay, this is what you need to handle, and this is, in the annexations, it's going to be the same way. And it might be better than if we had some sort of agreement in writing rather than a phone call. One person gets a phone call, but the rest of the people don't know. Thank you.
Mike, we can add that to the list. We can visit with you on that. So we'll visit with you on that, Bonnie. So thank you for your comment. Others that wish to address the council public input for a period of 5 minutes? Go ahead, Kurt.
I guess I have a quick question. As we continue to annex, I just assume the township begins to disappear. Is that? That's correct. Okay.
Thank you. Others wish to address council for a period of 5 minutes in public input. I see no one coming forward, so we will move into the regular agenda. We have a motion that had been made at the start of the regular agenda that we move item 47, 48, 52 up, so we will start with 47.
A resolution which designates that the Audit Committee has oversight responsibilities for the annual independent city audit.
My name is Brad Witzel. I am the chairperson of the City of Sioux Falls Internal Audit Committee. Address is 1432 West Waterstone Drive here in Sioux Falls. I just want to make a brief comment about this motion, a resolution that's coming before, and then the next one's coming out of the Audit Committee too, and I'll talk more about that one. But with regard to this one, I just want to let you know, for the cities who do have internal audit committees, it is normal. It is the norm for the Internal Audit Committee to pick the external auditors. One of the main reasons for that, generally, the Internal Audit Committee will have CPAs on it. They have experience picking out auditors. A lot of them come from a public accounting background, have been in that norm before. So it is normal to have the Audit Committee picking out audit, and I just wanted to share that with the council. So.
Questions of Brad? Others wish to address council item 47. Council discussion or motion?
Move to approve, Costello.
Costello moved. Is there a second?
Brown seconds.
Brown seconds. Further comments on that motion? Go ahead, Bob.
I guess, one thing that just occurs to me, and I'm not saying this is happening, but, we've got auditors who, that's why we've got them on the committee, because of their expertise, but picking another audit, and obviously in a smaller community like this, we probably have some overlap of who you work for and who gets the job here. And it's not that I think there's a problem with it, it's just the appearance might not always be, let's just say, appropriate. So that was just one concern I had.
Okay.
But
that's a good concern, Bob, because the Internal Audit Committee, we do talk about that. Currently right now, Ide Bailey does their audit. None of the CPAs on the Audit Committee work for Ide Bailey. And I'd be very surprised in the future going forward if we would ever have somebody on the Audit Committee that's part of the audit firm doing the job, because it would be a conflict of interest. So that is a good point.
Thank you.
Further questions of Brad? If not, others wish to address the council item number 47. Got a motion been made and seconded to approve. All in favor of the motion approved, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benega,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 47 has been approved 8-0. Let's go to 48.
A resolution designating Ide Bailey LLP to provide an independent audit of all city accounts for the years ended December 31st, 2008, 2009, and 2010.
I'd like to address the council also on this one, as it did come through the Audit Committee. I just wanted to give you a little background as to the work that the committee went through before we recommended Ide Bailey do the audit again. They have been the auditor for quite a few years now, but it is the resolution come out of the committee that we retain them for another 3-year period. The big item that the Internal Audit Committee struggled with is, do we put it out for an RFP this year, a request for a proposal? The two things, there's two big things when you're debating whether you want to do an RFP with an accountant or accounting firm for an audit. The first thing you want to look at is expertise. In this case, it's a governmental audit, and I can tell you, governmental audits are a whole lot more difficult than just a regular financial statement audit. There's many more requirements put out by the accounting bodies, the government accounting bodies, to do a governmental audit. As the audit committee started to look around in the region or locally for accounting firms who have city audit experience, we didn't find many, to tell you the truth. There's maybe one other that we knew of that had accounting experience for government. Eide Bailly has dozens of accounting or governmental accounting units that they do the audit of. Many of them are cities the size of Sioux Falls or even larger. The second thing we looked at was fees. Fees are part of any audit. What we wanted to look there is, could we do a comparison to see if Eide Bailly's fees were reasonable? Because we have not shopped the audit in a while. How do we know if we're getting good value for our dollars as a city? We went about this pretty much. Rick Oskell, who's our head lead auditor, contacted other cities, mostly cities our size, maybe a little smaller, maybe a little bigger, and asked if they'd be willing to share what their audit fees were with us. And most of them were willing to do that. Gene Roundhorse's staff also contacted some cities. They were a little more open to sharing with him in some cases, so he had some information for us too. When we were all said and done, we put them all on paper. What we learned is the fees from Eide Bailly are very reasonable. Matter of fact, there's some good value there. We don't think we're being taken advantage of. So for them, two reasons: expertise, and we think we're getting value and reasonable fees. We are suggesting that we use Eide Bailly again for our auditors, and it's a 3-year term. I'll take any questions that the
Thanks,
council
Brad.
have.
Kermit?
Yes, Brad, you mentioned fees. How much can we expect to pay for the audit for this year?
This next audit is approximately $53,000, and what they do in that 3-year term is the fees will actually step up about 5% each year, more of a cost of living adjustment.
Further questions, Brad? Bob Litz.
Could you give us some examples of what some other comparable cities were doing for the same type of audit, if it's possible?
Okay, unfortunately, I don't have that information with me, but we contacted like Fargo, Des Moines, St. Cloud was another one, Madison, Wisconsin. They were all lumped in that mid-50s, low 50s range. Yeah, remember the city of Sioux Falls also has a pension audit, the audit of the pension plan for the city in with our audit, so we would expect our fees maybe to be a little bit higher, because that does take additional hours, but from what we've seen from the comparison, we're getting good value.
Further questions of Brad? Pat?
Mr. Mayor, I do have some of those. I sit on the audit committee, as you know, and I have some of the comparisons. And just for example, Councilor Litz, Overland Park, Kansas has an approximate population of about 150,000, and their audit fee is $97,000. I shudder to say that with the partner from Eide Bailly in charge here, or being here, we may see increase next contract. But Saginaw, Michigan, $63,000 for 57,000 population base. Burnsville, Minnesota, 62,000 population base. We have a $40,000 fee. So it's in the ballpark.
Other questions of Brad? Others wish to address the council on item number 48. Is there a motion to approve?
I so move. Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Anderson.
Anderson seconds. Is there further comments on the motion to approve? I see none. All in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Council members Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 48 has been approved 8-0. Item 52.
A resolution advising and giving consent to the appointment of retired South Dakota Supreme Court Justice Robert A. Amundsen, effective June 3rd, 2008.
Jennifer Holson, Human Resources. The mayor is requesting that you give advice and consent approval to his appointment of retired Supreme Court Justice Robert A. Amundsen as city attorney, effective on June 3rd.
Questions of Jennifer on item 52. Others that wish to address the council on item number 52? Not. Council discussion or action?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Benninga moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Council members Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
That motion has been approved 8-0. Welcome aboard there, Justice. Okay, now we move back to the top. You're at item 17.
Deferred action, new 2008 package liquor license for Abibi Laundry Inc., IU General Store, to be operated at 1112 East 3rd Street. Deferred action, rescind 2007-08 package malt beverage license issued to Abibi Laundry Inc., IU General Store, 1112 East 3rd Street. New 2008 retail liquor license for Martini's Inc., Martini's Casino and Lounge, to be operated at 4823 South Louise Avenue, including Sunday sales and video lottery terminals, with a special use permit approved on 5/7/08. New 2007-08 retail malt beverage license for KAK Inc., K, to be operated at 401 East 8th Street, number 128, with a special use permit approved on 5/7/08. New 2008 retail wine license for KAK Inc., K, to be operated at 401 East 8th Street, number 128, with a special use permit approved on 5/7/08. New 2008 package liquor license for Erickson Oil Products Inc., Freedom Value Center, number 16, to be operated at 2601 West 12th Street. New 2008 package liquor license for Lewis Drug Inc., Lewis Drug Southgate, to be operated at 500 West 41st Street. Rescind 2007-08 package malt beverage license issued to Lewis Drugs Inc., Lewis Drug Southgate, 500 West 41st Street. Transfer of a 2008 package liquor license from Miles of Meat LLC, Cleavers Market, 5009 Southwestern Avenue, number 200, to Libation Station LLC, Libation Station, to be operated at 5009 Southwestern Avenue, number 22. Special one-day liquor license for Ashley Curve, to be operated at the Old Courthouse Museum, 200 West 6th Street, on December 5th, 2008, for a wedding reception. Special one-day malt beverage and special one-day wine licenses for South Dakota Achieve, to be operated at 4100 Southwestern Avenue on September 9th, 2008, for a chamber mixer. Various retail malt beverage and packaged malt beverage license renewals for 2008-09 to be operated at various locations in the city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, identified as Exhibit B.
Thank you, Jamie. Lori Hogstad with the City Finance Office, representing items 17 through 28. Items 17 and 18 have both been requested to be withdrawn by the applicant. I spoke to him last week, and he was more than willing to pull his request, so that means he will continue to have just packaged malt beverage at that location. And then I also talked to the neighborhood representative, and she was fine with that. So she was very happy with that decision.
It will be noted that items 17, 18 will be withdrawn.
Withdrawn, exactly.
Okay.
And then items 19 through 27 are, the new licenses and special licenses and so on. And I can answer questions on those first, and then we can go to Exhibit B, which is item 28. So are there questions on 19 through 27?
Any questions, Lori, on items 19 through 27? Any others that wish to address the council on any of those items from 19 to 27? Not. If we want to take them all in one vote, is there a motion to approve 19 through 27?
Move Benninger.
And I second that
Benninger
motion.
moves, Knudsen seconds. The motion is to approve 19 through 27. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Council members Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jameson,
Yes.
Knudsen.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Items 19 through 27 have been approved 8-0. Let's go to 28.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I need to excuse myself.
Okay, it'll be noted that Councilmember Costello will be excused from item 28.
Okay. And item 28 then is our retail malt beverage and packaged malt beverage renewals, and this is Exhibit B. This is the second listing, the largest by far. And we will have one more set in 2 weeks, and those will be just a few that missed the deadline for whatever reason, and then also those that have the underage sales will be present in 2 weeks to address those items. I do have a few with stipulations that I would just like to point out. Under the retail malt beverage, we have Chances, Inc. for Hole in the Wall at 1504 West Russell Street. This would be pending corrections per fire. We have KAK Inc. for K at 401 East 8th Street, number 128, and this would be pending final inspections per fire, health, and building services. And then we have Royal Financial LLC for the Winners Circle Casino. This will be at the northwest corner of Madison and Marion.
and this will be pending final inspection per fire, health, and building services. And then one more is for SMG for the Sioux Falls Arena, 1201 Northwest Avenue, and this would be pending corrections per fire. So I can certainly answer questions on this large batch of renewals.
Questions of Lori on those items? Others wish to address the council on any of those items that we have before us tonight? Not, is there a motion to approve item 28 with those items that were discussed?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Benninga moves. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve item 28? Not all in favor of that motion to approve, will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 28 has been approved, 7 yes, 1 excused. Item 29.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 3200 West 12th Street from the C4 Planned Commercial District to the RC Recreation Conservation District, petition number 2008-0305, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
Good evening again. I'm Mike Cooper, Planning and Building Services. This is a petition that would change the zoning of about 2.5 acres for the City Parks and Recreation Department. It is on the north side of West 12th Street and just east of the Big Sioux River. This land is proposed to be developed into the Elmwood Park trailhead using donated funds that has been awarded to the city.
Questions of Mike on item number 29? Others that wish to address the council on item number 29? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Second, Costello.
Costello seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve item 29? I see none. So all in favor, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Sorry, yes.
All members present voted. Item 29 has been approved 8-0. Item 30.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at East 10th Street and 6 Mile Road from the AG Agriculture District to the O Office RD Residential, RS2 Residential, and RC Recreation Conservation Districts for future development of allowed uses, petition number 2008-0323, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is located just east of 6 Mile Road and north of East 10th Street. It is in the city limits. The petitioner is Van Busker Companies, and it is approximately 85 acres of land. The City Council has previously approved a land use amendment, and this rezoning is consistent with that previous action. The zoning districts will include approximately 4 acres for RC conservation that will be used for drainage purposes, approximately 22.4 acres for future multifamily office zoning, 4.7 acres for RD, which would be twin homes or fourplexes, and the balance of 54.5 acres will be for single-family residential uses.
Questions of Mike on item number 30. Bob Litz.
Well, Mike, is this an area that used to have a oval racetrack in it at one time?
That's south of 10th Street. It's just off the aerial photo to the south.
Very good.
Okay, further questions on 30? Others wish to address council on item number 30? Not, is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve, Litz.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Second, Costello.
Costello seconded. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Litz,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 30 has been approved 8-0. Item 31.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at east side of 6 Mile Road, approximately 1,300 feet north of 265th Street, from the RS2 Residential District to the RC Recreation Conservation District, petition number 2008-0403, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a petition by the Brandon Valley School District for a future school, elementary school site, as well as land that will be acquired by the City of Sioux Falls for a neighborhood park. It's approximately 20 acres of land, and it's adjacent to the previous item that we just looked at to the north of that. The land use zoning that's being proposed would be about 9.7 acres that would be retained by the school district for the elementary school site. Approximately 7.2 acres would be acquired by the city for a future neighborhood school, or neighborhood park site. In the southwest corner is about 1 acre that will be used for storm drainage, and the balance will be for right-of-way.
Questions of Mike on item number 31. Kermit?
Yeah, the 7.2 acres, I can't remember if I've asked before, but how much are we planning to spend on that?
When we were authorized by the city council to acquire school park sites, this one, it's my understanding it will be approximately $35,000 per acre. $35,000
$5,000 per acre.
per
We're
acre.
acquiring 7 acres.
Yes.
So it's about $250,000.
Further questions of Mike on item number 31. Others that wish to address the council on item number 31? Not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Let's move. Is there a second?
Seconded, Jameson.
Jameson seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve? Not. All in favor? Vote aye. Those opposed? No.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 31 has been approved 8-0. Item 32.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at east of 4605 West Homefield Drive from RC Recreation Conservation District to the Marion Place Plan Development District, petition number 2008-0410, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This parcel is approximately 1 acre in size, north of West 26th Street and west of Interstate 29. The proposed use will be for an office to be developed by Pfeiffer Accounting.
Questions of Mike on item number 32? Others that wish to address the council on item number 32? Is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval, Benninger.
Benega moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Let's second it. Further comments on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Item 32 has been approved 8-0. Item 33.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at southwest corner Madison Street and Powderhouse Road, future SD 100, from the AG Agricultural District to the RC Recreation Conservation, RS2, RD, and RA1 Residential, O Office, and C4 Planned Commercial District, petition number 2008-0412, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property consists of approximately 63 acres in the southwest corner of Madison and Powderhouse Road. It's owned by a Tisdale family. And again, the City Council has previously approved a land use amendment. The rezoning is consistent with that previous action. The zoning, as proposed, will include just over 9 acres for future commercial, just over 5.2 acres for office and institutional uses, 13.6 acres for multifamily residential, just under 10 acres for single-family residential. Approximately 18 acres at the south end will be retained as agricultural zoning for the time being, and then 7.4 acres is recreation conservation for future drainage area.
Questions of Mike on item 33? Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, is the applicant here tonight?
I don't see anybody raising their hand.
Okay.
Other questions of Mike on item 33? Others wish to address the council on item 33? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Second, Costello.
Costello second. Let's move. Costello seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 33 has been approved 8-0. Item 34.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2900 South Cliff Avenue from the RS2 Residential District to the S Institutional District, petition number 2008-0423, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This petition was initiated by the City Planning Office. It's to rezone the balance of the Lincoln High School campus of about 10.8 acres. And this came about when we previously brought to the City Council a rezoning for abandoned railroad right-of-way on the south side of the campus that's going to be developed for future school practice facilities, and we are bringing this back as a result of that initial action.
Questions of Mike on item 34? Others that wish to address the council on item number 34? Is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve item number 34, Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Brown.
Brown seconds. Further comments on the motion? I see none, so all in favor vote yes, those opposed vote no.
Council members Litz.
Yes.
Staggers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Benega.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Costello.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 34 has been approved 8-0. Item 35.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at Witzke Place and 74th Street, Sub-Area B of the Platinum Valley Addition from the Platinum Valley Plan Development District to the RD Residential District, petition number 2008-0425, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a portion of the Platinum Valley development west of Louise Avenue, south of 69th. It is existing twin homes and fourplexes. We have a policy that we've been using for a number of years that after a planned development zoning district is developed or built out, that we would bring back a request to rezone it to more conventional zoning. In this case, since it is existing twin homes and fourplexes, we're requesting it to be rezoned to the RD residential district.
Questions of Mike? Others that wish to address the council on item number 35? Not. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Seconded, Jamison.
Jamison seconded. Further comments on that motion? I see none. So all in favor, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Litz.
Yes.
Staggers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Benega.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Costello.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 35 has been approved 8-0. Item 36.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2001 East 33rd Street and 3140, 3136, 3134 North Lewis Avenue from the RA1 Residential District to the MH Manufactured Home District, petition number 2008-0422, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is also a city-initiated rezoning request up in a portion of Norton Acres. It's just over 1.2 acres of land area that includes existing manufactured housing. And we are initiating this to change this zoning to the MH zoning district, which at the time this property was annexed and developed, that zoning district did not exist within our city regulations. By doing this, it will allow the property owners more flexibility in the future for making changes to their manufactured housing units.
Bob Litz.
Mike, when you talk about manufactured housing, are these units going to be placed on a foundation and maybe two halves put together? That's the type of housing we're talking about.
Yes. They could be single or double wides.
Further questions?
Would the single wides also, are they required to have a basement or a foundation under them?
Yes, not a basement, but a foundation.
Very good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
skirting and everything.
Kermit.
Yes. Does the city own this?
No.
Okay, applicants and owners, well, at least the information we have, has down City of Sioux Falls and Shauna Goldhammer.
That should be the applicant and not the owner. But what we do is we meet with the property owners. There was a previous action up in this area where there was one owner that wanted to replace their manufactured housing unit. So the city council approved that rezoning, and this is a follow-up of that, discussions with the neighborhood up there.
Further questions on item number 36? Others that wish to address the council on item number 36? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve, Anderson.
Anderson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconded. Motion been made and seconded to approve. So all in favor, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Litz.
Yes.
Staggers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Benega.
Yes.
Brown. Costello.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
All members present have voted 7 yes, 1 excused. Item 36 has been approved. Item 37.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2nd Street between Hudson Avenue and Harlem Avenue from RD Residential to the I-1 Light Industrial District, petition number 2008-0405, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is approximately 1 acre in size. It is on the south side of 2nd Street West, about 1 block of Kiwanis Avenue. The proposed use is for a future warehouse building. It is adjacent to existing warehouses that are part of JD's House of Trophies. And in meeting with the neighbors, as well as at the Planning Commission hearing, there were questions about the future impact on 2nd Street of truck traffic, loading and unloading into this area. And the petitioner has submitted a concept plan that shows about a 19,000 square foot building. It does show potential driveway access out onto 2nd Street. In discussing this with the petitioner the last few days, we have asked them to look at, number one, to have additional conversations with the neighbors on 2nd Street, and then also looking at, in the future when this does develop, if we can minimize the truck traffic on 2nd Street and push it down onto Kiwanis and down to 3rd Street. And they've indicated to me that they are very much willing to do that. I think there might be some people here tonight that would be able to speak to that if you have more questions. So we believe that this is an appropriate zone, that we can provide a buffer to the neighborhood with landscaping and setbacks, and that the developer is willing to work with the neighborhood to minimize the impact of traffic on 2nd Street.
Questions of Mike on item number 37. Bob Litz.
Mike, I seen in your setback, it was a pretty good margin there, but I'm looking at your north elevation here. Is there any berm going on? It doesn't demonstrate any berms where the trees and things are.
This concept plan doesn't get into that level of detail, but there is a large setback required in the industrial zoning district when it's across from residential uses. So there's certainly an opportunity for extensive landscaping that would help buffer that building. And
It seemed the setback was quite substantial, and I like that, but I was just wondering if some berms wouldn't be appropriate, being as you have residential across the street. We couldn't ask the person who's going to build this at.
Yeah, we could work with the applicant on that as they get into more details.
Very good. Thank you, Mike.
Further questions of Mike on item 37. Others that wish to address the council on item number 37. Name and address, please.
Rick Larson, 900 North Harlem. I guess I speak for a lot of the neighbors and stuff. Our main concern is the truck traffic. That's our main concern on Harlem, coming down, unloading. That's the big concern, is the truck traffic. That's our main concern. As far as building the building there and stuff, that's fine. But the truck traffic is what we want to try to control. Thank you.
Are there questions of Rick? Kenny.
Rick, do you have any suggestions on how to control that truck traffic over in that area? Is there another route, another street that they might be able to use? Or
We'd like to see them to have to go down Kiwanis and use 3rd Street the way that they're already using, because there is several buildings there that trucks are already using 3rd and Kiwanis. We would like not to have any driveways coming up on to 2nd Street.
And Mike, you're going to continue to work with him then, if this is approved tonight?
If you look at the aerial photo, there is an existing driveway on Kiwanis midpoint between 2nd and 3rd. So that's one option. And then the other option, there's a driveway. There's actually multiple driveways off 3rd Street. So the intent would be to work with the applicant to connect to those existing driveway points.
Good. Bob Litz.
Mike, like Harlem and Hudson Avenue, those aren't really built for heavier truck traffic like a fully loaded semi.
No, those are residential streets.
Further questions of Mike?
I got one, maybe.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just raised my hand.
Go ahead.
I'm new at this.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Mike, is there any way that trucks could travel between these two large warehouses that I see side by side? Is there a way
Yes.
that they could? Is that private property? I mean, is that?
Yes.
Does that work for the applicant?
Again, I think that's what we're talking about, trying to put together a development plan that will provide for that internal route.
Okay.
As opposed to going up on Second Street. Because they also own the corner there that's at Second and Kiwanis.
Other questions? Kenny?
So, Mike, what you're saying here is that basically the applicant owns pretty much the entire block, except
Yes.
for maybe JD's House of Trophies, everything behind that? Would that be correct?
I'm Darwin Sletton, 2410 West Old Yankton Road, the owner of the property. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Not a problem. What I was asking is, basically, you have most of this block here as your development. Does that include the buildings that Councilor Jamison was asking about?
Yes, I own 4 square blocks, so we've had these streets vacated on the east, west, north, south of the 4 square block area. I own the 3 buildings facing Kiwanis and the 2 facing Third. Then I own the property to the northwest of potential building there. You see that's open except for 1 house in there, and I own that property as well. The property to the west is owned by Al Leader. That home was taken out of there. There's a square block there, and one would assume that, someday whatever goes in there in both of those areas would probably need to have an exit onto Harlem at some point, whatever goes in there. And on the area east of the proposed building there, that is zoned office, and my understanding that they would not allow us to have an entrance off Kiwanis onto there, so we would need an entrance from that space, putting an office in there onto 2nd Avenue at that point. And I fully understand the concern about truck traffic. Some of you may be aware that last year when they put the big pipe system in on the east side of the Sioux River there, and the city I made an agreement with them to allow them to cross my land over to Harlem. I don't think the neighbors had any say in that, but the amount of truck traffic was horrendous going through there. It was just nonstop, and they'd turn that corner off of 2nd and go north on Harlem with the foot pedal to the floor. And naturally, a lot of consternation by the neighbors there. What we're proposing here is far, far different from what that was last year for them. If we have an exit or a dock on either side of that building and able to exit onto 2nd and onto Harlem, there might be a straight truck a couple times a day. We're not talking semis into a building like this. And for all we know, there might be offices in there. I'd rather have offices in there than I would a warehouse, to be honest with you. But I control the tenants. My daughter and I own the land, and we control the tenants and who goes in and what they can and can't do. As far as exiting south from that building, down through the middle of those other 2 buildings there, if there were a semi into the dock there, of which there is often, those 2 buildings are leased by Bell, formerly Bell Paper Box, and they all exit onto 3rd Avenue. But if they have a semi in there, you can't go down through those 2 buildings. And exiting down through on the east side of that east long building, you'd be driving into a parking lot with several cars. Omnicare leases that building to the north, which isn't on your map yet, by the way. There's a building, the 3rd building from the corner north on Kiwanis and 3rd. There's a 3rd building up there, right there, yes. And Omnicare leases a big share of that, as does Holt Supply out of Illinois. And they would like to take over the building to the south, and I think Bell would like to take over a new building if we put it in there, and then, of course, they would exit south if that were the case. But regardless of how this would end up, it makes a big difference as to the tenant we allow in there, what we allow for any truck traffic, if any truck traffic. So I don't think it's something that would be comparable in any way, shape, or form to what the residents experienced last year, and I certainly understand their concern and would work with them to make sure that we don't have something that they would, find frightful for their neighborhood. Any questions?
Questions, Darrell? Thank you very much. Others that wish to address the council on item number 37? Not. Is there council discussion or action on item 37?
I move for approval. Knutson?
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve? Not. All in favor? Yes. Those opposed? No.
Council members Litz?
Yes.
Stagers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 37 has been approved 8-0. Item 38.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment petition number 2008-0406 to Chapter 1545-070, Plan Development Districts, Roosevelt Park Plan Development District, amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is owned by Ronning Companies. It's about 39 acres of land east of the Ellis Road and around approximately West 32nd Street. The zoning change is being initiated because of a updated street layout, and so that we've had a realignment of West 32nd Street and the street called Lancaster. So now we're modifying the zoning boundaries to match up with the street right-of-way layout. The property zoning changes will increase the amount of land that can be used for commercial, office, or multifamily from 10 to 17 acres. The land that can be developed into office or multifamily is decreasing from 28 to 20.5 acres. And there's a small portion that's shown for single-family residential that would increase from 0.5 to 1.4 acres. At first reading, there was also a question about neighborhood parks in this vicinity, and the Memorial Park, which is just on the north side of 26th Street, is the adjacent neighborhood park for this particular area.
Questions of Mike on item number 38? Others that wish to address the council on item number 38? Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve, Costello.
Costello moves. Second.
Second. Benega.
Benega seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Litz?
Yes.
Stagers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 38 has been approved 8-0. Item 39.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment petition number 2008-0430 to Chapter 1545-070, Plan Development Districts at Nob Hill Plan Development District, amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is also property owned by Ronning Companies. It's about 28 acres of land in the southeast corner of 85th Street and Western Avenue. In this case, we're being asked to change the zoning boundaries as a result of new standards that have been adopted by the city on access of arterial streets. The initial plan was approved a number of years ago, and this updated plan does comply with our new street access standards. As a result of this, the commercial zoning at the corner of 85th and Western would be increased from 3.7 to 6 acres. The RD zoning, which would be for twin homes or fourplexes, would change from 9 to 7.5 acres. And a small portion of land for single-family residential would decrease from 17.4 to 16.6 acres. We've been working with the petitioner, the landowner, on this, and they actually believe that the new zoning will be a better layout for future marketing of this property.
Questions of Mike on 39? Gerald?
Mike, can you give me some idea where the curb cut would be for the commercial development?
It will be that first southern street south of 85th Street.
So with the change in the
regulations, if you will, and the plotting of this property, will the developer be responsible for the curb cut, or will the city be responsible?
That's a street intersection, so the developer would pay for that street intersection. And what we're trying to do, this is the quarter-mile access that we've been trying to work towards with new development areas. If the developer wanted to have a right-in, right-out, in addition to this, they would have to do additional traffic engineering to look at whether or not that would be feasible. But the streets that are part of this development will be paid for by the developer.
So at this point, we don't know what the traffic pattern is with this preliminary plan, if there's going to be a right-in, right-out?
At this point, we don't, because there isn't any specific development anticipated yet for the commercial corner.
Thank you.
That would come later on.
Further questions of Mike?
Mike, you said the one on the Western Avenue, that's on the quarter mile, and 85th Street must be more than that then?
85th Street is a section line.
So it'd be at the half-mile mark then. Is that correct, Mike? No, yeah, section line would be halfway, wouldn't it, halfway on the mile?
No, section line is where we start from. In between each section, there's quarter-mile access in between each mile. So 85th and then...
Okay, so then is 85th Street is that 85th Street access on the quarter mile?
No, 85th Street is a section line mile road, and so the first access would be a quarter mile south of that. Within every mile would be 3 additional access points at the quarter mile points.
Okay, would these come under our new regulations that require a access permit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
It'd be interesting to see how this all plays out here.
Yes, it will.
Further questions? Kermit?
Yes, Mike, the wetlands in this area, the city is going to purchase the wetlands, is that right?
That's a future item coming up on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's the next item.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll ask that. Thank you.
Further questions of Mike on item number 39? Others that wish to address the council on item 39?
And there was one other question at first reading about park sites in this area. The Harrisburg School District is currently building the new Journey Elementary School north of 85th Street, and there will be a neighborhood park site adjacent to that.
Go ahead.
And so that park site, how much land are we going to be purchasing?
I don't remember the exact acreages, but it's under 10 acres. I think around 8 acres maybe.
And is it $35,000 per acre in that area or not?
I don't have that information with me.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and look at that.
Further questions of Mike on item 39? Others wish to address council on item 39? Is there a motion to approve?
So move, Costello.
Costello moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 39 has been approved 8-0. Item 40.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment petition 2008-0404 to Chapter 1545-070 Plan Development Districts at Whisper Ridge Plan Development District, allowing changes in land use as reflected in the revised sub-area regulations and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a request to set aside about 8.2 acres into a new sub-area zoning boundary specifically for retention of drainage and wetland property. And in working with the landowner and with city engineers, this will actually be maintained as a private wetland. I misspoke at first reading. I indicated that the city would be acquiring this, and that is incorrect. This property will be maintained privately by the developer. There is a future parcel farther east of Southeastern that the city has identified as a regional BMP site, but in this particular case, it will be privately maintained.
Questions of Mike on item number 40? Others that wish to address the council on item number 40? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benega.
Benega seconded. Further comments on that motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Item 40 has been approved 8-0. Item 41.
A resolution amending the future land use map as part of the Sioux Falls 2015 Growth Management Plan, petition number 2008-0431 at southeast corner of East 57th Street and South Sycamore Avenue to add an allocation of single-family residential, multifamily residential, and mixed-use future land uses.
This is a petition by Clint Ackerman. It's about 70 acres of land. And first of all, I have to request that as part of the approval tonight that we amend the description. It should have read the southwest corner of 57th and Sycamore. That was our error. So we would like that to be corrected with an amendment to the ordinance. Clint is proposing to develop this. About 40 acres will be mixed use based on future demand for office, commercial, or multifamily. About 14 acres will be multifamily residential, and the balance will be for single-family residential.
Questions of Mike on item number 41? Others that wish to address the council on item 41? If we get a motion to approve first, then we'll do the amendment. Can I get a motion to approve?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Second, Costello.
Benninga moved and Costello seconded. Now, is there a motion to amend, and that's to take the southeast and make that southwest?
I'll make a motion to amend.
Jamison made a motion to amend. Is there a second?
Second, Brown.
Brown seconds, and that motion is to change the legal description of southeast to southwest. Further comments on that motion? None. All in favor of the motion to amend will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Council members Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
That motion has been approved 8-0. Now we're back to the main motion as amended. So all in favor of the main motion as amended, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Council members Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
All members present voted. That has been approved 7 yes, 1 excused as amended. Item 42.
A resolution amending the future land use map as part of the Sioux Falls 2015 Growth Management Plan, petition number 2008-0432 at Southeastern Avenue and East 69th Street to add an allocation of single-family residential, multifamily residential, and parks open space future land uses.
This property is located along Southeastern and 69th Street on the south side of 69th and approximately a quarter mile east of Southeastern. The applicant is Ted Toms as part of TV Real Estate. This property is being proposed to be developed into approximately 48 acres of single-family residential, approximately 7.7 acres for twin homes or fourplexes, 17.7 acres for future multifamily residential. About 3 acres will be retained at the very southwest corner for drainage and detention, and the balance will be unzoned for future right-of-way. There was a question asked about the sewer ability of this property, and when the City Council approved the annexation of this, in the resolution, we did indicate, and I'll just go back and refer to that the developer has provided an engineering study that shows the entire property can be serviced by gravity flow sewer. However, it will be the developer's responsibility to obtain sanitary sewer downstream through the adjacent property owner's property. In other words, it can be sewered by gravity, but there is going to have to be some cooperation with the adjacent property owners to extend the sewer into this area. Along with that, both 69th Street will be is not currently in the CIP, but it is an arterial street, and so that would be part of our future development-driven street process.
Questions of Mike on item number 42? Others wish to, Bob Litz.
Was last year, didn't we talk about the sewer would come in from the east and go across the various land there?
Yes.
And this ties into that. Does the property that we just put in for Ackerman, does that fill in the sewer capacity as well?
Yes,
Is that-
it all can be developed as part of that basin, and we actually just met this morning with 3 different property owners in this area, including Tom's, along with Public Works and all their consulting engineers, to make sure that we all were working together to solve the sewer issue up there, or down there, I should say.
Further questions on item 42 of Mike? Others that wish to address the council? Is there a motion to approve?
I so move. Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Let's second it. Further comments on the motion to approve? I see none. All in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present vote. Item 42 has been approved 8-0. Item 43.
A resolution of the City of Sioux Falls approving the preliminary plan of Willow Ridge Addition, petition number 2008-0325.
This property is the same property that you previously considered for rezoning as item 30 tonight. Van Busker Companies is the petitioner. This shows the layout of the streets and lots in accordance with the zoning boundaries. It does meet our subdivision requirements, and we are recommending approval.
Questions, Mike, on item number 43? Others wish to address the council on item 43? Motion to approve.
So moved, Litz.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninger.
Benega seconded. Further comments on the motion? I see none. So all in favor, yes. Opposed, no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 43 has been approved 8-0. Item 44.
Resolution of the City of Sioux Falls approving the preliminary plan of Fossfields Addition, petition number 2008-0413.
This is the property, again, the Tisdale family. This is the same property that you previously approved tonight under item 33, the rezoning. This shows the northern portion, the street and lot layout based on the zoning that has been approved, and staff is recommending approval. Again, this meets all of our subdivision requirements.
Questions of Mike on item number 44? Others that wish to address council on item 44? Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve. Brown.
Brown moves. Is there a
Second, Anderson.
Anderson seconded. Further comments on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello? Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 44 has been approved 8-0. Item 45.
A resolution of the City of Sioux Falls approving the preliminary plan of Pinewood Addition, petition number 2008-0429.
This property is owned by Ronning Companies, and this is the same property that we considered tonight under item 39 for the rezoning. This shows the street and lot layout based on the zoning, and it does conform with our subdivision ordinance requirements, and we are recommending approval.
Others wish to address the council on item 45? Not. Motion to approve.
So moved, Litz.
Let's move. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello? Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 45 has been approved 8-0. Item 46.
A resolution authorizing the City of Sioux Falls to give to the Sioux Falls School District a surplus asset.
Good evening, Mike Hall, Central Services. This item was slated for surplus. This resolution will allow us to gift it to the Sioux Falls School District for their music department use. It has about a surplus value of about $100.
Questions of Mike on item number 46? Pat?
Mike, did you come down here just to tell us that?
Yes, I did.
Appreciate that.
I move for approval of item number 46.
Okay, Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Who second?
Litz.
Let's second, okay. Further comments? All in favor of the motion approved? Yes. Opposed? No.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 46 has been approved 8-0. We did 47 and 48, so we're at 49.
A resolution including certain contiguous territory within the corporate limits of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, annexation 2008-0403, southwest corner of 57th Street and South Dakota Highway 11, Bots.
We have 3 petitions tonight requesting annexation, and again, I will repeat the comment earlier tonight that we are working on our notification process during review of a petition for annexation and then subsequent to city council action, so that the counties, the townships, the rural water districts, private utility companies, school districts are all notified as far as what impact the annexation will have on their respective jurisdictions. This item 49 is approximately 34 acres, located in the southwest corner of 57th and Highway 11. It is currently zoned agricultural and is proposed for future commercial development. It is adjacent to the future corridor of South Dakota Highway 100 that will extend south of 57th Street.
Questions of Mike on item number 49? Kenny?
Mike, down in that area, we do have a lot of swamp or water issues. Has the petitioner given us any type of plan on how they plan to address that?
They haven't at this point, because they will do that when they start submitting their zoning and subdivision plans, and we will look at all the existing ground and soil conditions, and that will be part of the review process when they decide how to develop their property. But that will be a later step. But yes, that is a very important issue in this part of the country.
Thank you.
Further questions of Mike on item 49? Others wish to address council on item 49? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Benninga.
Benninga moved. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor? Vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present and voted. Item 49 has been approved 8-0. Item 50.
A resolution including certain contiguous territory within the corporate limits of the city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, annexation 2008-0405, 57th Street and Faith Avenue, Loop Key.
This property is about 39 acres of land, and it's located along the south side of East 57th Street, approximately 1/4 mile east of South Dakota Highway 100. The property owner is the Lubke, I hope I pronounced that right, Trust. It's currently zoned agricultural, and it also is proposed for future commercial use.
Questions of Mike on item number 50? Others wish to talk on 50? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Let's move. Is there a second?
Second, Anderson.
Anderson seconded. Further comments on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 50 has been approved 8-0. Item 51.
A resolution including certain contiguous territory within the corporate limits of the city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, annexation 2008-0404, South Dakota Highway 11 and 57th Street, Hillcrest Baptist Church.
This is approximately 55 acres of land. It's located east of South Dakota Highway 11 and about 1/4 mile south of East 57th Street. The Hillcrest Baptist Church is the current owner. This property is also right now agricultural zoning and is proposed to be developed into a mix of residential and non-residential uses. And it is within our utility service area. All three of these annexation petitions tonight are very close to each other, and they're all within the Springdale Township
Questions of Mike on item 51?
and Harrisburg School District.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Let's move. Is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Benninga seconded. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, vote yes. Opposed, no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 51 has been approved 8-0. Item 52 has been taken care of, so is there a motion to adjourn?
I
Mr.
so
Mayor?
move.
Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to comment on the novelty of being able to hear my friend Dr. Staggers say yes all night long.
Well,
Was there a motion? Was there a motion to?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
better hurry and make it.
Second, Benninga.
Benninga seconded. All in favor to adjourn? Vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmembers Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown? Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
We stand adjourned.
Pardon me?